A scene in his spy thriller features a subtle nod to The Dark Knight when the Joker flinches after an explosion. If someone like the Joker is going to flinch, the authenticity that it gave to that moment lasted with me. Malek had toiled away on a significant monologue only to be greeted with its absence upon finally seeing PTA's 2012 drama. However, the disappointment incepted the idea of becoming a producer someday so that he could have a voice in the making of such decisions. Since then, he's accumulated an Emmy via Mr. Robot, an Oscar by way of Bohemian Rhapsody, a notable role in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, and the honor of serving as the villain in the Broccoli family's final James Bond film, No Time to Die. The aforementioned accomplishments meant that Malek had attained enough cachet to pursue his dream of producing a film, and that became James Hawes's The Amateur. The Ken Nolan and Gary Spinelli penned spy thriller chronicles a CIA analyst named Charlie Heller as he avenges his wife's, Rachel Brosnahan, terror-related death in rather unconventional ways for the genre. The fact that I got my foot in the door by producing a film alongside Hutch Parker and Dan Wilson with major studios like Disney and 20th Century is a feat. Years ago, I thought that it might not ever be in the cards, Malek tells The Hollywood Reporter in support of The Amateur's April 11th theatrical release. As depicted in The Amateur's trailer, Heller is shown walking away from an explosion, and instead of going for the unfazed action hero look, Malek chose to flinch in response. The decision was inspired by the wince that Heath Ledger's Joker delivered following the delayed hospital explosion in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. If someone like the Joker is going to flinch, the authenticity that it gave to that moment lasted with me, Malek says. Malek also bonded with his castmate Lawrence Fishburne over the types of characters that typically come their way. For Fishburne, he's usually tasked with mentor characters such as Morpheus in The Matrix or Furious Styles in Boys in the Hood. In Malek's case, he's often asked to portray highly intelligent individuals, be it Mr. Robot's Elliot Alderson or nuclear physicist David L. Hill in Oppenheimer. And while The Amateur also leans into the intellectual side of him, he still hopes to try his hand at a more conventional action hero someday. Guillermo del Toro once told me that I exude a certain type of brilliance on camera, and I've embraced whatever that is. Those are not my words, those are his, but it doesn't mean that I can't be the guy with a gun, Malek shares. It would be another challenge, and it's something I would actually like to take on. From 2015 to 2019, Malek's hit series, Mr. Robot, which was created by Sam Esmail, predicted real-world events in rather eerie fashion, while also weaving our reality into its fictional story in organic ways. The series had a lot going on under the hood, but it was largely about Malek's hacker character, Elliot, and his quest to bring down the global elite over endless corruption and malfeasance. The show's themes remain ultra-relevant in today's climate, so Malek is now addressing whether a Season 5 or feature film is in order. We'd have to talk to Sam about it. We were just together in London, Malek says. I was incredibly sad to see that character and series end, and while some might say the ending was premature, you want to go out on a high note, especially with a TV series, and I think we pulled that off. Below, during a recent conversation with THR, Malek also discusses how he and Hawes differentiated his computer acting in The Amateur from Mr. Robot.